to our first Farming Simulator 25 video and the first video to a new series called Making Our Dream Farm. So the backstory to this is we grew up on a farm, but later moved to the city and made a fair amount of money. And then once we made enough and we were sick of the city, we moved to the country with nothing but an older truck that we bought from a guy. Our dream is to start up a farm and make it like our younger days, growing crops, making hay, taking care of chickens, cows, and sheep, and to build the place up to live there forever and for our family too. Our assets is we have $2,650,000, the old international truck that we bought, and 67 acres of land that we just bought. So that is our little backstory of this video, or the video series. And here's our international truck. Before we get started, we're playing on a modded map, and we do have mods in the game. Whoops, let me hit that. And if you guys like, I can work on getting a mod list and put that together of the mods that I'm using. But till then, let's jump into the game and have some fun. Except I am going to change this. Okay, now we're ready. So, if we open up our map, we own lot 38, 39, 46, and 47. A big square area, basically. So, what we're going to do is, I'm thinking we are going to probably somewhere around here build a little road that connects to this road that goes off in a little ways, and we are going to then build a little gravel area where we can have like a house. Actually, we might build a little gravel area separate from everything else for the house, and then we'll make a little path maybe leading to another area, and then that's where we'll have sheds and all the equipment and livestock and all that stuff. So let's get into build mode and start building our farm. So what I'm thinking about doing, it'd be nice if they let you have a mini map while you're in here, but I don't think they're gonna let me do that. So what I'm thinking is we might put the house somewhere over here, and then the main buildings will be somewhere over here. So we'll see how that goes, actually, but that's what I'm thinking. So we're going to go to painting, and I have lots of textures: concrete, gravel, concrete shattered, dirt, gravel. Is there any other gravel? Gravel and gravel small. Alright, let's make a little sample down here. So, change shape. And how do we make it bigger in here? M. Let's go with something like that. And so what we're gonna do is left shift. Okay, so it locked it at that axis. So I can't go like this. I either go like that or that. Really? Alright, so I guess we're freehanding this. Lovely. I guess this will add character to it. That's what we'll call it, character. Alrighty. So we're also going to be getting rid of this. I don't think we own this land, but I think this might be our trailer. Or maybe, no. Maybe we have to buy this land and then we can use that trailer. So actually we'll just leave that how it is. Alright, then we'll add a little veer off to this driveway. Something about like this. It's not perfect, but yeah, okay. We're going to come back here a little bit more. Alright, let's make this a little bit bigger. Actually, let's change this. We'll make it kind of just a square plot. Well, not really square, but rectangle, I guess. Something like that, I guess. And we'll look at houses. Alright, and now what we're going to do, actually that still might be kind of close to each other. How about we place everything down and then we'll, you know, come through here and put the gravel down. So alright, now let's come through here and find some grass. And we'll fix this. Alright. And we'll then grass here. Cover up our little mistake. Actually, I might come through here and make this a little bit bigger. Alright, there we go. Now, let's look for houses. That's a pretty big house. Do we have any garages that could go with this? Can we change color of this? Possibly. Let's see. Customize. So this is a light greenish and like a cream, but that's kind of stinking big. Like the house is that big, and then you get this big old garage bigger than the stinking house. So that might not work. Can we customize this? No. What about this? I guess we'll go with this. It doesn't particularly match. It does have wood, dark wood, a kind of cream look, but the roofing doesn't match. Alright. And now we can come here, sculpting, level, right? That's level, or smooth. There we go. Soften. That's what we call it. Soften. There we go. And now, let's come over here, grab this again, and we will, I got the right one, yep, okay. We will fill this in. Alrighty. Okay, guess we'll go with something like that for a flower. If you are enjoying this video and you'd like to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe if you're new here, and also leave the video a like. Okay, that looks a little bit better. Oh, so we're gonna delete that. How nice. Okay. Well, guess we'll delete it and then redo it. Alright everyone, let's go take a look at the house. Wish we had some proper like flower bed flowers we could like put there, but all we have is these tall wildflowers. I guess is what you would call them. Yep, so we got wildflowers, we got little decorations that come with this house. Got nice gravel. Got a little garage to put our truck in, keep it out of the weather. Working lights. Then we can come up here. sit here, taking the view of the store and the cows. Future to be cows eventually. What is this exactly? Not sure, some kind of sign. Collection of ground textures. Would that be more like a bench or small picnic table? Thinking we're going to call that our picnic table. What's this? Birdhouse? Yeah, that's what it looks like. I guess we can put one of those out there too, why can't we? There we go. Got ourselves a little birdhouse. And every house should have laundry, right? So we'll put 2 of those out there. Sweet. Alright, what is this? What's this sign say? The safety device is careful worker. Is a careful worker. Something like that. I can't really see it all that well. Sandbox. Let's do this. Okay. Now, how do I get rid of something? I'll figure it out in a second, I guess. Well, I guess that's about the only chair we have, so we'll put some chairs out here. even though they're rocking chairs. I guess after you get done visiting and eating with family and friends, you can rock yourself to sleep. Boom. Beautiful. Alright. Now if we go here, I'm sure... Yeah. Enter demolition. Beautiful. So... Now let's go into landscape. Right, that's what we call it. I don't know. I'm going to call that landscape. And we're going to come here. We're looking for dirt. I guess we'll go with this because I'm not seeing anything that says it's dirt. So. Kind of make it look like we walk back and forth here so much. Like actual people walk back and forth here so much that, you know, it's worn the grass out. And now we just have dirt. Alright. Now, let's go back here actually, and we're going to, yeah, let's go back to this, I guess. And we'll do short. And that's about as small as we can go, so. We'll add a little bit of grass growing on the dirt path. Some short grass growing on the dirt path. And just a few random spots. There we go. Hopefully add a little bit of life, like people actually live here and use this, you know. Alright, let's go run back there and take a look. Let's also come right here and we will look for our dirt. I think the dirt we used was like almost at the bottom here. Not this, but this. And we will add a little path. We'll add a little bit of dirt here, kind of make it look like people walk through so much and the traffic that, you know, the gravel has slowly gotten mushed down into the ground or moved that the dirt is now showing. Let's also do it about through here. Alrighty. So now let's come through here, and we have our little dirt path. Come back here, we have a little dirt path to our grill. And then we have a little dirt path from the other side of this house. We have our rocking chairs and a little table here. Some dirt path around it. We got a little dirt path here to the swing set. Coming back, we have the dirt path that comes up to the laundry set. With the clotheslines, I mean. So, yeah, it kind of makes it look like it's used. And while grass is growing up in here, it's a little bit shorter. It will probably grow up eventually as the game progresses, but it's a little bit shorter right now. So it looks like the people do walk through here quite often because the grass has not, it stays low there. But probably as the game progresses, it will grow up to the normal height of everything else here. And then I just went and added a few little bit of dirt marks to kind of make it look like the gravel's slowly wearing away from traffic and time and all that lovely stuff. So, yeah, add a little bit more detail. Probably not the best or perfect, but about the level of my patience with adding detail. Alrighty, now what we're going to do is we're going to start working on the rest of the farm. So let's go find some sheds How big is this? Store some small equipment in there. We could, so I don't know, we might revisit that shed. I think we might kind of go with this. So I don't know. So it only lets you change the siding color. So maybe not. Let's check this out. So we might place this. Have any other entrances? No. So we might place it about like that. Yeah, we can't color that, so yeah, we'll see. Let's add this little silo here. Silo extensions, silo extension. This is what we want. So we'll add this little silo back there. Then we'll add an extension to it. Now we're going to come here, and for cattle, alright, so this one can do milking. So I think we'll make it so livestock will be, cows can be like over here. Yes. So we'll loop it into some of these trees. That way they can go into a treed area and get some shade. Alright, do we want to plant meadow? Sure. I don't know if they ever fixed the growth issue with meadow grass, but if anyone remembers or remembers hearing about it or was there for when the game first released, once the meadow grass depleted, it wouldn't grow back. So next, let's take us around chickens. So I think we're gonna get a small chicken coop, something fancy like that, I guess. And we'll just plop it here. I wasn't thinking that one was a pasture, so that's why I kind of put it closer to us. Bees and dogs. We might put, once we get our fields created, I might put some beehives near them just to help with the yield, but for now I don't think we're going to have bees. So yeah, later on we might add some sheep, as I mentioned. What I'm thinking about doing is doing crops, hay and cattle, sheep and chickens. So yeah, later on we'll probably do that. Now let's go and let's kind of smooth some stuff out real quickly. Okay, let's take a look at this real quick. Looks pretty good. Nice little chicken coop here. Alright, so that's floating a little bit, so let's fix that, I guess. Make this a little smaller, eh? Kind of build up here a little bit, but try not to make it too much of a steep hill there. So just enough so it doesn't look like the stinking building's like floating. Alright, let's go back here. I forgot to do this quickly. We'll grab a grass texture and we'll just kind of paint this. Actually, I think I want to leave a little bit of gravel there, but we kind of already removed that. So we'll just kind of go like that. Yeah, over by the silos. I wanted to place grass instead of concrete. Alright, now we're going to come here and we are going to grab grass and just plant some grass around here. Alright. Now let's plant some grass here. And I think that looks pretty good. Alright, let's shut this off real quick. Now, let's take a quick farm tour and let me know what you guys think of the farm. Also, I probably should plant some grass down the middle of this too, but we'll see. Alright everyone, so we have the base of the farm constructed. We had some detailing done. Now let's work on getting our equipment. So, firstly, we are going to need a plow and a tractor so we can break up the ground. We will need a planter, and we will need equipment to do hay, to harvest crops. So we'll need a harvester, and we will need some way to transport those crops, so we'll probably need a trailer. We also need equipment to make stuff like TMR for the cattle and stuff like that. So yeah, we have quite a lot of equipment to buy. With the house and farm buildings, along with the detailing, we have $1,809,000 and then $374. So let's take a look at this building first, because I have never played with this building, never placed it down or looked at it, and we need to fix that ground. Let's quickly fix that. So let's go into sculpting, and we will just soften the ground, but it will not let us inside. So we just kind of have to do it through here, I guess, looking through the window. Let's see if I can open up this door. There we go. Probably about the best we can really get to. But yeah, nice big shed. We got some over here as well. Okay, maybe we should actually remove it because that's moving it. It's actually bringing more ground in. Okay, looks fairly good. Can we open windows? Cool, if we could. Yeah, I don't think we can. Alright. So we have this shed that we can pull our vehicles in. We have this little chicken shed. That door is not interactable. I don't know, is this an in-game chicken shed? I would assume it is. I don't think I've downloaded anything for chickens. And then we have our cow shed. Don't have anything too nice, just base game buildings, but yeah. We have this. And that pole is floating, so I need to get my move everything mod, something like that, up to date. It was not loaded into the game because it is not up to date, so yeah. Anyhow, I think it looks pretty nice. Alright. Let's go buy some equipment. We pretty much got the farm built in the first video. Well, yeah. The only thing we'll have to build is like fields and stuff like that. Alright everyone, so we have built our farm, we've detailed it, we have bought most of our equipment. There's just 2 pieces of equipment we're missing that we have to get. We put out a look for that one because I'd like to try to save money on those and we don't need them right away. Next video we'll be probably building our fields, getting ready for livestock and so on. You know, basically getting our dream farm operational and building on it, improving on it. So I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did enjoy it, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family. Also, if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. Also, turn on the bell for all notifications. If you are returning, please make sure that you are still subscribed to me. It means a lot to me, to everyone who subscribes and supports the channel. It also means quite a bit to those ones who continuously watch my content even when I wasn't posting, and I would like to thank you. If you've made it to the end, I would like to thank you for that too. Till then, stay safe, gaming isn't a crime, and I'll see you in the next video.